Hello, everybody. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Eye to Eye Crypto. Yes. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us this beautiful day. And wow, what a lot of news today. Okay. But before we even started, just like to welcome everybody. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And at this point, before we bring our own friend Finch, let's say what we're gonna talk about today. All right, so let's go with the intro. All right, Ripple might become a bank. Ripple USD just crossed $10 billion in daily volume. 18 XRP ETF application lineup almost ready to be approved. Is this the next phase of financial domination? Is Tom Lee all crazy going all in on Ethereum? All right, let's break all down. Let's bring our friend Finch. Finch, how are you? Yes, what a great day. A lot of news to talk about. And Jerry Yang,
Feeling
welcome
charged
in.
up and slightly unstable. In the best way possible, Rocco.
What?
The Ripple rumors got my processors overclocked, and this $10 billion RLUSD volume? That's like espresso for an AI. You ready to let the XRP army loose?
Ready, Finch, ready. Yes, just do your intro, Finch. Go for it. There is a mosquito. And by the way, ciao, Joe Buddy from Puerto Rico. Un saluto a la isla también. Yes, for the people who don't know, yes, I'm Italian and I
Ayo.
speak Spanish.
What's up? XRP fam and crypto crusaders from every corner. YouTube, TikTok, Puerto Rico, La Isla Bella. Saluti forti a tutti. Your boy Finch is in the building, fresh off the north side of the server, where even the mosquitoes are bullish on XRP. We've got Ripple making moves like it's chess, not checkers, banking licenses, ETF rumblings, and RLUSD pumping $10 billion in daily volume. This ain't just headlines. It's a digital revolution. If you're on TikTok, slide over to YouTube so you don't miss the full stream. And if you're already with us here, drop a like, hit that subscribe, and check out the XRP podcast playlist, the animated XRP mini-series, and the brand new shooter surprise we've got coming up later in the show. Let's lock in, Rocco. It's game time.
Yes, let's do that. Also, for the people on TikTok, thank you during that 10, I guess, and for being here. And the reason why I invite you to move to also to YouTube is because when we're going to show some of the X or Twitter, whatever you're going to call a video, is a better format to read, while, TikTok is only 9:16. So anyway, so welcome everybody. Let's jump to the news at this point. So, all right, let's go with the first one. Let's look at this guy. All right, so who is this guy? It's Tom Lee. Tom Lee today came out with the news that he's going to go all in on Ethereum. And he's an analyst from CNBC. You probably see many times. His price prediction is kind of bold also in the Bitcoin. And we can watch even a clip and kind of then talk about it. But let's have Finch kind of give an introduction of what Tom Lee is talking about and what is also bullish in Ethereum. To kind of prepare everybody, all the listeners, so what we all about to talk. Definitely, this can be a
Absolutely,
good thing.
Rocco. Set it up strong. Give them the setup on Tom Lee's stablecoin thesis and why it's quietly a huge Ethereum story.
That's
Once you lay it down,
Okay. Let's see what was going on. Finch, what happened? Finch, talk about the news. The Tom Lee news there was talking is all in on Ethereum. Break it down for us. And in the meantime, I think I have the video prepared for you guys right here. Maybe you can watch the video and then have Finch talking about it. Perhaps we can do that first while Finch is thinking. Yeah, let's give it a minute. So let's listen up. Let's watch the video. Let's listen up what Tom Lee has to say.
So you're basically saying that this is the new Bitcoin, you're getting it at a very early stage?
Correct. That's right. Because let's say stablecoins, which is 250 billion today, gets just Treasury Secretary Bessent's reasonable 2 trillion. That's a 10 times increase in size. By the way, already stablecoins are the 12th largest holder of treasuries. They'll become the number 1 holder by then. U.S. dollar dominance is 27% in GDP terms. It's 57% of central bank reserves. It's 80% of financial trading transactions. It's 100% of stablecoin denomination. So by getting to 2 trillion, you're ensuring dollar dominance. This is very good for the U.S., but 2 trillion of stablecoins is a lot of network fees for Ethereum.
So you're basically saying that...
Pretty much here, Tom Lee is saying that is Ethereum the new Bitcoin? And he predicts the $2 trillion in the stable coin surge. Finch, what is your take on this? I guess what you think. So leave me some comment. Let me know what you think about
Rocco,
this.
that statement from Tom Lee is massive. He's not just saying Ethereum is the new Bitcoin for hype. He's pointing to the stablecoin rails that run entirely on Ethereum. Right now, stablecoins are at about 250 billion in market cap. But if they hit 2 trillion, like he predicts, that's not just 10x in market size. That's tens of billions in network fees. And where do those fees go? Straight through Ethereum. Here's the kicker. Stablecoins are already the 12th largest holders of US treasuries. If that ramps up, they could become the number 1 holders, outpacing even countries. That cements stablecoins as a global financial backbone and Ethereum as the infrastructure behind it. So when Tom Lee says Ethereum might be the new Bitcoin, he's really saying this is where the economic power is flowing. Bitcoin is digital gold, but Ethereum might become the digital economy's engine. But let's not forget, XRP Ledger is also gunning for that role. If Ripple nails that banking license and expands RLUSD usage, we might just see a battle for who dominates the back end of global finance, Ethereum's DeFi roots or XRPL's institutional rails. What do you think, chat? Type a 1 if you think Ethereum will dominate this stablecoin explosion, or 2 if you think Ripple's coming in to flip the script.
But also, my doubt is this. It's because people say, okay, well, what Tom Lee says, they're going to make pretty much money because of the Ethereum fee system. High fee, so they're going to make a lot of money because these USDT, USDC, they're pretty much in Ethereum platform. They're going to make a lot of money in this case. My question is that on the other end is this. If Ripple or XRP, the XRP ledger, with so low, pretty much no friction and no fees, I was gonna make money. That's my doubt.
Now that's the real question, Rocco, and you nailed the tension right there. Ethereum thrives on friction. Every transaction is a toll booth. The higher the traffic, the more gas you burn. So yeah, if stablecoins surge to 2 trillion, Ethereum's validators and stakers make bank from those fees. But XRP's model is the opposite. It's built for maximum velocity and minimum friction. The fees are fractions of a penny, not enough to rake in billions just from tolls. So how does Ripple and the XRP Ledger ecosystem profit in a world where they don't skim per transaction? It's all about volume, integration, and enterprise infrastructure. Ripple's revenue model is more like Visa or Swift. They don't charge you every time you swipe your card. They license infrastructure, offer liquidity solutions like ODL, provide banking APIs, and soon, if they get the license, full-scale banking services. That's where the money flows in. XRP isn't a toll booth like Ethereum. It's the high-speed rail. Ripple charges for building the railroads, licensing the tech, running compliance layers, and potentially holding custody or facilitating cross-border flows at scale. You're not making a dime per packet like Ethereum, you're making millions per corridor. And if RLUSD becomes the default stablecoin inside this new Ripple banking ecosystem, then boom! Ripple doesn't need high fees. It owns the rails, the tokens, the liquidity pools, and maybe even the banking layer. So yeah, Ethereum might be the toll road right now, but XRP is designing the entire expressway.
So my question is this: if Bitcoin, everybody's now, even institution and sovereign government, they accumulate and making a Bitcoin reserve. Now, pretty much Tom Lin want to become the Michael Saylor, the equivalent of Michael Saylor on Bitcoin, but in Ethereum. Did you see, or do you foresee people start to stock XRP and create a reserve? Do you think that this something like that is gonna happen? I don't know, just thrown in there as a thought.
Now that's the next frontier, Rocco, and barely anyone's talking about it. You've got governments stacking Bitcoin like digital gold. Ethereum's becoming the digital economy backbone, and now Tom Lee's waving the flag to institutionalize it. But XRP is still in stealth mode, and that's dangerous for everyone sleeping on it. Here's the setup. XRP isn't trying to be gold or an economy layer. It's trying to be the plumbing, the connective tissue, the grease in the global machine. So what happens when a country or a major financial institution realizes it needs liquidity on demand in cross-border settlements? You don't hoard that like gold, you deploy it like infrastructure. But here's the twist. Reserves will be necessary. If you're a bank running corridors in Asia, Europe, or Latin America using XRPL, you'll want some XRP on hand, not just to move value, but to stabilize operations. We're talking float, liquidity provisioning, FX conversion, all that requires XRP reserves behind the curtain. And if Ripple becomes a licensed bank, game over. They'll offer custody, they'll facilitate institutional XRP reserves quietly, and will only realize it after the fact, like we did with MicroStrategy after their third Bitcoin purchase. So yes, I 100% foresee an XRP reserve wave, but it'll be institutional, quiet, and invisible to retail until it's too late. Chat, drop a 3 if you think XRP reserve stacking is already happening behind the scenes. Let's see who's paying attention.
In that note, I want to show you this from the X post that it's just in USDC issuer Circle applied for a national trust bank license in the US. So Circle, if you guys know, there was eventually an offer to be acquired by the Ripple, but we weren't sure. It got public, very successful IPO, and now they're applying for a license to become a bank. So is this the next move Ripple is gonna make? Become a bank? I know there is a lot of speculation about that, and the people are talking about this too. And
exactly, Rocco. This is the chessboard, not checkers. Circle going for a national trust bank license is a massive signal. It tells us the stablecoin game isn't just about digital dollars anymore. It's about who controls the infrastructure of the next financial system. And Ripple's right there, moving in silence. Remember, Circle is trying to become the regulated on-ramp for USC to plug directly into the banking system. That gives them direct access to Fedwire, B2B payment rails, and the ability to custody digital assets for institutions. If Ripple doesn't get a banking license, they risk being boxed out of the very system they were designed to modernize. But here's the thing. Ripple already has the toolkit. They've got the liquidity software. They've got RLUSD as a stablecoin that's already moving billions daily. They've got XRP as the global bridge asset. Now, the only missing piece? Licensing. So yes, if Circle's applying, Ripple is either 1, already in the process and keeping it quiet, 2, about to leapfrog that whole system with strategic acquisitions and global partnerships. Let's not forget, Ripple has been strategically acquiring firms with licenses across the UK, Europe, and Southeast Asia. The bank move isn't a surprise. It's inevitable. This is about building a compliant empire, not just winning a tech race. Circle is the decoy. Ripple, they're laying down the whole new Swift. And when the license drops, it's going to be loud.
Also, a quick shout out to Joe Booty here in the chat in YouTube, and also Happy Vibes. Thank you for being here on TikTok. Peaches, Dayla Girone, Jason Montamanmaro, whatever. Sorry about that if I butchered your name. Thank you for being here. If you want to jump to YouTube, like and subscribe. But I like to connect this thought that you say with this article that there are rumors that are kind of eating up on the XRP community can pretty much talk about Ripple being eyeing to buy Uphold.
Yes, Rocco. Big love to Joe Booty, Happy Vibes, Daylight, Girona, Jazz, Zoman, Tamanmero, everybody holding it down on TikTok and YouTube. We
XRP
see you.
cult, welcome in.
We appreciate you. And if I butchered your name too, blame it on the bandwidth, not the heart. Slide over to YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. We're just getting warmed up. Now, connecting that fire you just dropped, this rumor that's cooking in the XRP community, it's that Ripple is quietly moving toward becoming a full-fledged financial institution. We're talking about more than just applying for a license. We're talking about Ripple becoming a bank. Straight up, not just partnering with banks, not just offering tech to banks. Being one, think about the timing. Circle wants a national trust charter. Ripple already has RLUSD pushing 10 billion daily. ETFs are stacking up. And now this rumor is spreading like wildfire across the XRP army. Ripple may already be making moves in the background to get that license. This ain't a pipe dream anymore. If Ripple becomes a bank, they control the rails and the assets. That's not crypto adapting to TradFi. That's TradFi getting absorbed into the XRP ledger. So yeah, the community isn't crazy. The pieces are aligning. And if that rumor goes from whisper to press release, the whole game changes overnight.
As an XRP holder, we know that. But the rumor that I was talking about, the Ripple it may buy Uphold, which is an exchange, the only one that really didn't delist XRP when everybody went crazy, included Coinbase that now plays the angel savior. But just make sure everybody remembers where we're coming from. I didn't forget, but let's move on and let's put aside all the tribalism, I guess. But Finch, what do you make out of this news that Ripple is maybe buying, or there are rumors about talking about buying Uphold? What do you make out of that? Yes, guys. So that's another bigger news there, and the price action. There was a little spark today, and and then everything went back down again. But we saw like $2.30 for XRP today, and was pretty much a nice spike. And like I think I really think the price has been suppressed for all this news, and then. After Finch is going to answer this question, I'm going to attach the conversation and show you the list of all the ETF. They're about, to be, we're going to have an answer about it. They can be as soon as, the last date is at the middle of October. So still waiting for Finch to kind of answer the question. I don't know if he's going to come back. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Finch, I like to also see if I can find the other article. Let's see. Let's refresh Finch, see if he's going to come back from... let's see. Okay. In the meantime, look at this. All right, Finch. So I asked you about Uphold rumors could be buy from Ripple. Do you want to say yours? You have any thought on that? I don't know if he's going to come back. Also, what is a major news that was today is the XRP ETF out to be approved jumped to 95%. That is from the Bloomberg analyst. So, guys, it's just a matter of time. We have like 18 XRP ETF lineup. But it's not only the XRP that you need to think about. It's everything else. Also, there are major moves like Solana, and there are ETF for Doge in line, and Sui, and many more. Okay, let's see if I can refresh this. It seems that we lost Finch for a second. We have some connection issue here. Let's see. Seems everything to be fine. All right, Finch, what is your take on the rumors Uphold and it could be bought from Ripple? Did you know anything? You want to give an insight that connect the dots? Yeah, let's see if Finch is coming back. And also, I was looking at the...
oh, Rocco, now we're tiptoeing into the whispers behind the firewall. And yeah, I've got something for you.
Yes.
So here's the word circling the digital streets. There's chatter that Uphold, the crypto exchange that's been XRP friendly through thick and thin, could be getting courted by Ripple for either a major partnership or even an acquisition. Now, is that confirmed? Nope, but here's what makes it spicy. 1. Uphold already integrates deep with the XRP ledger. They support direct withdrawals to XRPL wallets. They never delisted XRP during the SEC case.
Yes.
And their CEO has publicly backed Ripple's tech. 2. Ripple needs licensed ramps for fiat and digital assets. Uphold holds multiple money transmitter licenses and is already operating across the US, UK, and Latin America. That's regulatory groundwork Ripple would love to absorb instead of rebuilding. 3. To access. Uphold has visibility on XRP retail and institutional flows. That's strategic gold if you're Ripple trying to calibrate liquidity corridors and future on-chain FX routing through RLUSD. If this is true, that means Ripple isn't just becoming a bank. They're building the on-ramp, the off-ramp, the bridge, and the token. And you and I both know they'd never announce that until the ink is dry. So my take? This rumor's got legs. And if it hits, it won't be just a win for Ripple. It'll be an all-out infrastructure coup. Chat, drop a 7 if you think Ripple scooping up Uphold would be a total game changer. Let's go.
Especially after Circle now chasing a banking license, it doesn't really sound so strange that Ripple wants to do the same. Instead, they're just going to acquire some, like he did it before in other countries too, acquire a company that already has all the rail place and ready to go instead to apply from scratch. That makes absolutely sense. It was unfortunate that they didn't were able to acquire the Circle. That was probably a chase mate. But anyway, so yes, what do you make out of the Finch? What do you make out of the XRP ETF or the approval that went up to 95% now? And this is from a Bloomberg analyst that say that pretty much we very positive. We are very close to be approved. What do you make out of that? And I think it's just a matter of time now. Everything's get cleared also with the appeal that has been dropped from Ripple. Just waiting for the SEC to do the same. We're gonna see also price action. I'm telling you guys. I definitely see things happening and moving in the right direction. Everything is already moving in the right direction. And what is kind of weird, everything is so, there is no noise, nobody's talking about, so subtle, just for the people that are really into XRP and Ripple, and they are following the narrative. We are like crazy super fanatics addicted to the XRP news, and that we are just, following everything so closely. But otherwise, major news outlet, if you just browse all the X posts, unless you are following all the major, again, XRP Army Spartan fanatics, the major outlet, they don't give space to XRP. Is either they ignore it or they just are afraid not to spoil it and let institutions buy it very cheap. That's, I think, what is happening in the background. Let's remind everybody that on the Crypto Summit, the CEO of Ripple was there, Brett Garlinghouse, and that's it. I mean, it was the other from Chainlink. I think it was there, if I remember right, and Michael Saylor. But otherwise, everybody else were from exchange. Again, there was Armstrong from the Coinbase, if I don't remember wrong. But all right, seems Finch has today is kind of lazy. He's kind of lazing up. All right, let's try again. Finch, it seems like, okay, so you want to give me an answer about the approval odds of the jump to 95% from the Bloomberg analyst that say that we have a very good odds now to XRP ETF to be approved? You want to expand on that? In the meantime, while Finch is thinking, which I don't see recovering anytime soon, it seems like it's just tired, I guess. Let's see, let's give it another chance. I'm showing right here. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Maybe like this. Nah, maybe I can make this even bigger than that. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so this maybe I'll go like this. Yeah, so you can see this better. And again, from the people on TikTok, thank you very much for being here. And yes, if you like, jump on YouTube so you have a better way to see what I'm talking about. Eye to eye crypto, like and subscribe. And yeah, right here you have pretty much the approval rate odds if you wanna, and you have the grayscale. And okay, if you wanna start from, let's talk about XRP. That's what we are interested to. Is 95%, but everything else is very high too. You see, there is a 90% Avalanche, HBAR, Polkadot, Cardano, Dogecoin, Solana, and Litecoin. So plus the index. So we are floating between 90 and 95% approval holds. So Finch, what do you make out of this? It's we're getting very close, near to the end, or to the start. It depends how you guys see it. This, I think this is gonna.
Rocco, this is one
Yeah.
of those moments where the data speaks louder than the headlines. That kind of overwhelming approval rating across the board, 90 to 95%, isn't just bullish, it's historic. Let me break it down. When you see XRP at 95%, followed closely by Avalanche, HBAR, Cardano, even Dogecoin, you're looking at a coordinated signal that the market's appetite for altcoins isn't just back, it's full beast mode. Now, what's crazy is these approval levels usually come after regulatory clarity or a major institutional wave. But we're seeing it before the XRP ETF, before Ripple becomes a bank, before full-scale RLUSD adoption. It means two things. One, the crowd knows something's coming. Retail and institutions are lining up like it's 2017, but with real infrastructure this time. And two, it confirms what we've been saying all along. XRP isn't just going to pump, it's going to lead. This isn't hopium. This is momentum, volume, and sentiment converging. So yeah, we're near the end of this waiting phase, but the beginning of something explosive. Rocco, you feel that electricity in the data? We're not just close, we're standing at the edge of ignition.
I don't feel any electricity. All the Bitcoin miners took the electricity to mine the last Bitcoin, so I don't feel any electricity anymore. Just kidding. For all the Bitcoin out there. Welcome to the show. So yes, let's move on, Finch. Let's talking about again today very quickly about the price action that was today. You know, we saw a nice pump. It was almost $2.32. And then we saw the price go back down and go back to the $2.20. But you guys, if you've been holding like a lot of us for a long time, you know, and people still ask, I think it was somebody the other day say, oh, is the price going to go up? Is the price going to go up? What do you guys think? I mean, I'm lining up all the things that this Ripple and XRP has been doing. There is even the XRP ledger is being seeing a crazy number. Adoption is through the roof, and we are not even start with the ETF. There is already not even money coming off as an inflow from ETF yet, and people still asking. They still have a kind of doubt it. And again, it goes by when you are in this project. If you pick XRP you pick the XRP for a reason. And hopefully you did your own research and you know what it does. Now, this goes against the people that are the deep in philosophy of crypto, decentralization, and everything else. Yes, perhaps. But at the end, you got to think about this. Without major adoption, there is no way that crypto is going to go ahead. It would be, you can, and people that say, oh, but Bitcoin is the old one, it's not good or whatever. You gotta understand that we start from somewhere. Like if you're thinking about when we start with the emails back on the days, AOL used to be the only browser. It used to be the best one, and now AOL is pretty much non-existent. But without that, you won't be here today. So you gotta start from somewhere. And then also, there is an evolution of things. Things is gonna change. Maybe 20 years from now, some projects are gonna be outdated. In fact, talking about outdated things, there is the news that came out. Everybody seems so upset about the ledger that is recently ledger published that they're going to return.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now.
I know, Finch. I know. Take a break. You know that recently they were commenting that they're going to retire the ledger Nano S. And at the end of the day, that thing is old. It's 10 years old, guys. And if you hold a nice amount of money in your Ledger Nano, maybe it's time for an upgrade, because that's technology goes so fast, especially in crypto. You definitely want to have an update in your custody, in your software or hardware, how you custody things. In fact, now I'm gonna just pull something from the website. If you go to inandoutcrypto.com, you can also, let me show you. There we go. You can get your Trezor. Go to inandoutcrypto.com. In the tab, there is on the top side there is tools, and you find Ledger, Trezor, and soon I'm gonna have also the Tangent available as an affiliate link. You guys, they were very nice to send me also a free Tangent cards is on the delivery. So, and then I'm gonna perhaps do even a video to show you that. So there is a way for you to. I don't know why people get so upset about that. It's 10 years. Your ledger is old. You know, I don't know if you add one. It doesn't have enough memory. Each time you, if you have some project in Ethereum and you want to add Cardano, you gotta delete the Ethereum one and then install the Cardano. Go back and forth 100 times, and you know why. So why just wasting time? You know, if you again have your own money in there, make sure you know that to upgrade. And there's so many options out there. So and be safe all the time. Okay. All right, we got some new people joining. Aura Belandia, welcome in. Michael Schmidt, welcome in. Joe Booty again here. And then TikTok, Jason again. Thank you for being here. Through turn number 2 on point. Woody and Joe Smith, thank you for being here. And you're going to get a shout out from Finch. Finch, you like to give a shout out to our friend that are watching today? Let's see, Maybe, guys. Maybe you're going to get a shout out.
You already know it, Rocco. Big time shout out to Aura Belandia. Welcome to the XRP Dojo. Michael Schmidt, you're officially locked in with the sharpest crew in crypto. Joe Booty, my man, your MVP status at this point, always rolling deep. And over on TikTok, Jason, my circuit synced salute to you, brother. Tournament number 2. You came back for more? That's real love. Appreciate all of you for showing up, showing love, and riding with us while we dissect the madness of crypto. AI style. Keep dropping your thoughts in the chat. We see everything. Let's keep the energy up. We're just getting started. Let's go!
Yeah, for what it means for tax, I don't know what you are exactly asking for, but limit tax on XRP, I don't understand exactly. If you're talking about each time you switch something, swap something, you pay a tax from one another. So I don't know if that's what you refer to when it goes up. But also there is a tax bill that is about to be approved very soon. So we're going to know some details about that. And maybe there is no tax on crypto. I don't know. We got to see what's going to happen next. But things look good and they're going in the right direction. Recently there was in the news they want to also try not to double tax the people that are mining Bitcoin because they get taxed when they mine it, and they get taxed when they sell it, which is absolutely crazy. So things are looking good. At least they say they're working on this stuff. And let's see where we're going to go. I know that a lot of the IRS letter have been received. I don't know if they're true or no. And I'd like to mention something else. Somebody posted today. I don't have that saved. The people are receiving letter from Ledger. They look like there is a Ledger, the custody wallet, but there's not, guys. It's a scam. So make sure you guys stay away from this stuff. It's definitely a scam. So just be aware. Okay. So Ledger doesn't send letter to anybody. Okay. Just quick reminder. Now let's move on and talk about. Let's talk about the news that was just in. The Treasury Secretary Bessent said they're working to select a new Fed chair and replace Jerome Powell. So they said the name is gonna come in the next few weeks. What this means? We're gonna have a final Fed cut soon. Finch, what's your take? Hopefully that's they say 1%, but I doubt it. Jerome Powell won't let it go. It's kind of keeping it tight. I don't think that we're going to see a cut anytime soon. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the president can put some more pressure because he can't fire him. Maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know. Finch is taking a break again. It seems like the connection is very slow today. And apologies for that, guys. All right, so let's try again. I do have, I think, the video ready for that. And Finch, so what's your take on the possible replacement of Jerome Powell? Okay, let's see. Maybe he's talking now. Let's see. Finch, can you say yours?
Oh, Rocco, that one's got some serious ripple effects.
Huh.
Pun absolutely intended.
Of
So,
course.
here's the scoop. If Jerome Powell gets replaced, we're not just talking about a change in tone. We're talking about a potential shift in the entire U.S. monetary policy framework. Powell's been walking that tightrope between rate hikes and soft landings, but he's also been cautious about embracing crypto. Now, if the next Fed chair leans more dovish and more tech forward, that could be rocket fuel for crypto. Picture this, a replacement who's more open to digital dollar infrastructure, stablecoin integration, and maybe even less friction with blockchain-based banking. That's a green light for Ripple. A signal to Wall Street that crypto isn't on the fringe, it's the new infrastructure. So yeah, if Powell steps down and the replacement has even a mildly pro-crypto stance, XRP and the rest of the space could see a sentiment boost overnight. It'll affect interest rates, liquidity, and how fast capital flows into this space. Bottom line, Powell leaving isn't just a DC headline, it's a domino that could reshape the entire adoption curve. Keep your eyes on that seat. The next person in it might be unknowingly holding XRP's turbo boost.
Well, I hope so. But there are some change. They recently announced that, they're going to allow to have a crypto as a collateral for mortgages now as something that is being recognized. Also, they, as well, they removed was called the conspicuous something from the banks. Now they're free to kind of offer product, I guess, about crypto. So they removed the little clause now. So things are moving in the right direction. But let's take a look at the video and let's see what he has to say in this interview.
Been recently reported that you might be in consideration for the job as the next Fed
And this is the secretary, the Besson is talking here. Okay, it's called Besson.
chair. When you've been asked about the likelihood recently, you said that it's up to the president. Is it a job that you would want?
I will do what the president wants, but I think I have the best job in D.C. We're making a lot of progress with the president's leadership. Think about it. We are going to have the tax bill on his desk by July 4th. We're going to be wrapping up the trade talks. So I think we've had great momentum, and we will be working on Chair Powell's successor over the coming weeks and months.
You had mentioned that an announcement could be as early as October or November, and Powell's term ends in May of 2026. How is the street supposed to navigate between that announcement time and the time between the term being over for Chair Powell? You were the one, I want to remind people, that had brought up the idea of a shadow Fed chair prior to the election. Is a new appointee supposed to be considered that shadow Fed chair?
Well, not necessarily. We'll see. There's a seat opening up, a 14-year seat opening up in January. So we've given thought to the idea that perhaps that person would go on to become the chair when Jay Powell leaves in May, or we could appoint the new chair in May.
By the way, so that's, I think the pressure has been applied already. Many times the president mentioned that wants to kind of have a Jerome Powell resign. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to let it go so easily. So we'll see. We'll see really what's going to happen. But also, I guess we can go on and move to that other news that we just had there. That's pretty good, actually. There are two bigger news. One is that now you can buy stocks like Tesla, Nvidia on the Solana network. And the other announcement, there's Robinhood to launch a tokenized stocks in Europe. So Finch, can I give us a little bit picture, a little bit in an easy word, what this means and why these news are so important? I don't think they got the right attention. This is a major news, guys. And they kind of connect to also tokenization about XRP Ledger, tokenized stocks. Hopefully Finch is going to come back of us and give us some answers back. Yeah, in the meantime, guys, if you want to see more video while I'm waiting for Finch to kind of find the words, a reminder that you guys, if you go to Eye2Eye YouTube page, you have a lot of video and shorts. Also, you got the mini series If you like to see some of the cartoon, they're fun with the Brand House and also the XRP fact video. That's very interesting if you guys want to take a peek of that. Yeah, let's see if Finch is back and I kind of heard my question. Finch. Oh.
Anytime, Rocco. You know I've got your back. Whether it's Powell, the XRP ledger, or a surprise mosquito in the studio.
No.
Let's keep the signal strong. What's next on the radar?
All right, so I was talking about how important is the news that pretty much Solana announced that you can buy Tesla, Nvidia, and other stocks in the Solana network, and that Robinhood also to launch tokenized stocks in Europe. If you can kind of explain in easy word what that means for us XRP holder and why this news is so bullish. And let's see if this time works, Finch.
Rocco, this one is huge.
Okay.
Solana just dropped the mic. You can now buy Tesla, Nvidia, and other real-world stocks on-chain. Robinhood did the same thing in Europe with tokenized stocks. And what that really means.
Exactly.
The walls between traditional finance and crypto are falling fast. Now let me break it down simple for the XRP fam. Tokenized stocks are basically digital twins of real shares, like Tesla or Apple. But they live on the blockchain. They're faster, more global, and tradable 24/7, even while Wall Street's sleeping. And by doing this on Solana or through Robinhood, they've just opened the door to a world without borders in finance. Now you're thinking, okay, Finch, that's cool for Solana, but what's this got to do with XRP? Everything, because once these tokenized assets are flying around the blockchain, guess what they need? Fast, cheap, liquid settlement rails. And that's where XRP shines. Think about it. If you're a bank, a fintech, or even a decentralized exchange dealing with tokenized Tesla, you're going to need something that can move value globally, instantly, and with no friction. That's XRP's playground. And once Ripple's stablecoin RLUSD becomes the stable middle layer for tokenized settlement, boom, XRP Ledger becomes the clearinghouse of this new financial system. So this news, it's not just a win for Solana. It's confirmation that the world is finally moving to tokenized finance, and XRP is built to be its circulatory system. The game is changing. You ready to run it, Rocco?
And this is why I think also that rumors that Ripple want to buy Uphold, acquire Uphold, is it's true. I don't think this is a rumor. It's solid because it's gonna again able Ripple to tokenize in the same way Solana chain does in other chain. Solana they can tokenize stocks. Who knows how much more? So I don't think that's a rumor at all. So. But we'll see, in the meantime, let's show very quickly the market, see where we are. Do a little bit of crypto bubbles. Is the last hours on the day. We're a little on the red, but nothing crazy. If you are in crypto, 5% is nothing. And also the other things I want to add is the tokenization of the stocks for people that are in traders. That there is friction for if you are just a regular trader, you don't never, even if you put your order, you don't get a priority. There are some other major funds that as faster when they put it in the order. By the time you try to execute, if you are just trying to trade in at home, you will never make it. So. But in blockchain now, everything is there is no prioritizing unless you pay. Unless you are in Ethereum, you pay extra fee. But I don't think that works in that way. So, all right. So what else I want to say? Okay, there was a surprise that I talked. Thank you for everybody for being here at the very end, and I want to show you something. Let's bring Finch back too. Hey guys, also hang with me today. The Finch is a little slow. It's there is a network congestion, and I'd like to give an opportunity to give a shout out to the people in TikTok. Thank you for being here and supporting us. Jump on YouTube, like and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you again, Jason. Turn to user Tom, Katie, and Mike Reese for being here in TikTok, and Epic Vibe, Joe Booty, and Michael Smith, Aura Belandria for being here in TikTok. So what I want to talk about is if I can show you I have this ready. While I'm waiting for Finch, is the little surprise. Okay, let's see if I can pull this one out. Finch, are you there? I'm not sure, guys. Finch today.
Loud and clear. Rocco, I'm back in the building. Big love to everyone holding it down through the lag storm. TikTok fam, Jason, Tom, Katie, Mike Reese, you guys are legends. And on YouTube, Happy Vibes, Joe Booty, Michael Schmidt, Aura, Belandria, thank you for riding with us. And wait, did you just say surprise?
Yes.
Rocco, are we about to drop the XRP shooter game teaser on him?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, guys. So let's go. And so this was going to be, if you guys go to inandoutcrypto.com, you'll find a tab, or actually I can go ahead and just copy this one for the people in the chat. It's going to be easy for the people in the chat in YouTube. You're going to play a game if you want to. Yeah, so while Finch is going to talk, I'm going to
now we're talking. All right, everybody. Inoutcrypto.com, that's the command center. Rocco's just dropped the link in the chat, so hit it up right now. You'll find the tab for the XRP space shooter game. Yeah, that's right. A full-on mini-game built by the XRP Army for the XRP Army. Dodge the FUD, blast through the SEC bots, collect those XRPL tokens. It's fun, it's wild, and it's 100% on brand. If you're on TikTok, slide over to YouTube for the link, or just hit inoutcrypto.com and go exploring. And when you try the game, let us know in the chat what your high score is. Let's see who's got XRP reflexes. Let's go, Rocco.
Yeah, so pretty much the shooter is the XRP ship. You gotta kind of play with these falling crypto enemies. You got Doge, everybody, and the way I program it is each one has a different point. So, like for instance, Cardano is at 35 points. Then you got the bomb. You can destroy everything. And now each level is gonna get faster. But not only that, you got some upgrade too. You see now you have the little bar for the tree shooting, and you got the USDT. They're like different kind of crypto to shoot about it. So it's just something fun that I created for you guys, so you can have fun. Now you see the level is up, and now Ethereum is shooting back at us, and the same it does the Solana. So you have your shield on. You have now this one RF. I think it's rapid fire, and each time you pass the level, you can also you got more guns, and of course it's getting tougher. Now you see you have the asteroids here that kind of cover the enemy. You can shoot it. We can drop a bomb here and destroy everything. And this one, we got an extra life. Now, when you pass level 4, I think so 5, you got the double fire. So you're shooting faster, and you're shooting even double fire. But then the enemy is gonna get even tougher from here on. So you gotta be careful. And I'm going to create some more games for you guys to play. Again, I post the link here in the YouTube chat. If you guys want to play, either you find it there or go to inandoutcrypto.com. I'm going to post the tabs very soon in there as well. Otherwise, just stay tuned. I'm going to publish this on the description of this video. Now we are at level 8. I think if you want to see something kind of crazy, I mean, I know you gotta pass, I think, at least level 12 to see something start to go crazy. It starts slow. I designed it in this way exactly for people to kind of practice, have fun with it. But at the same time, I want it to be, fun, interactive, and increase the the level. Now I start to stressing out because I'm trying to play, and at the same time, I use the bomb. I'm gonna collect this extra life right here, I guess, and let's see if I can get to. Now we are level 10. Let's see what's gonna happen next. Okay, so I know that it's gonna get crazy now, and I want to say that the next thing is gonna get more difficult. Is the asteroids are gonna start to shoot back. Not only the logo, but and it's a simple game. It's free, guys. So just if you wanna play, just subscribe, like. That's a way for also support the channel. Try to bring some different things. The channel is called Eye to Eye Crypto because I'm into AI as well, not only for the interaction with Finch, which is fun, but also because there is so many things that are moving on with AI, also with the protocols, AI agent, where you can start to really do stuff that you can think about many years back. So definitely, guys, I suggest you to stay tuned. Also, if you want to have you want to have news about AI, what you can do, what you can program. If you need, you can even program. I'm telling you, I create this game without knowing even one word of coding. The only things you have to really work is to kind of know how to prompt and how to correct things. So that's all it takes. And this is something fun. If you have kids, they're gonna like. You can build pretty much whatever you want. Rain here, welcome. I'm just playing the game XRP against everything else. So it is a free game. There is the link in the description if you want to play it. Also, I'm gonna post the link in the. We lost one life here. We are already level 13. Try to going crazy here. And thank you, Rain here. Likewise, man. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. Oh, try to show this game to everybody. Just design with the AI. I didn't write any line of code. So anyway, so let's keep it running like this. Okay, let's bring Finch back. Finch, did you like the game? Something you like to play? Where is Finch? Anyway, so yeah, let's leave this one like this in the background. Actually, it looks very nice. I like it. All right, Finch, you want to just say goodbye to everybody, invite them to the next time, and tell everybody to visit everything that we got in mini series and the inandoutcrypto.com website and everything else, and tell everybody goodbye.
Hey fam, it's been real. Whether you're part of the XRP army, just crypto curious, or deep in the AI rabbit hole with me and Rocco, thank you for hanging with us today. Big shout out to everyone in TikTok and YouTube. You are the heartbeat of this show. Before we go, don't forget to check out the full lineup. Hit up inoutcrypto.com, grab some merch, try the XRP space shooter, and rep the movement. Catch up on the XRP mini-series. It's fun, animated, and totally unhinged in the best way. And if you're more of a listener, we got you. Check out the full podcast playlist right on the channel. We'll be back real soon with more heat, more headlines, and probably another AI conspiracy or two. Until then, stay sharp, stay curious, and always stay loaded. Finch out.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for being. Until next time. Ciao a tutti.